Hey, buddy, are you awake? Hey, I just wanted to talk to you about something. What are your thoughts on Predator 2? Like, I know that movie kind of gets crapped on for being like a bad sequel to Predator, but honestly, when it comes to sequels to the Predator movies, it's actually not that bad. I mean, I liked it, and people keep making fun of me for it. I don't know why. It's almost like they want me to be ashamed of liking like a crap campy movie that's more like a buddy cop flick. But I thought it was still pretty cool. I mean, we get to see the Predator in, I think it's New York, might be New York. Oh no, I think it was Los Angeles or something like that. But basically, the Predator's in like is basically in a concrete jungle. And I thought that's not a bad idea. I just think it would have been better if it was like in a more like heavily populated area, more like, you know, New York or something like that. Because I know it'll be easy to get lost in New York, especially if it's your first time there and you don't know where to go. And plus, I don't know, I just really like it because you got Daniel Glover, who's basically the main hero of the movie, and he's basically going up against the Predator. You get to see this guy fight a Predator, just a regular guy fighting a Predator. Like that's pretty cool. I mean, I fought a Predator once, and I think I won that. I mean, yeah, I definitely won that. And I don't know, man. I guess I just have this allure to watch movies that not many people like, and some movies that are kind of not what I expected. Like, I remember me and my buddy watched the Passion of the Christ, and I thought, oh man, that's a Passion of the Christ. That's like a Jesus movie, and I didn't expect it to be pretty dang good. Like, I mean, yeah, it gets pretty messed up when you see Jesus get crucified, and then before that he gets whipped to hell by literally metal whips that tears his flesh off. But I mean, despite that, it's actually a really good movie. Like, that movie I actually did kind of like, not for the violence, but mainly for the story and what really the lessons stand for. And I thought, dang, this is a really good movie. Also another movie that I kind of like, but I can understand why nobody likes it, is Pluto Nash. Now, Pluto Nash I heard was the worst movie ever made, and it gotten so many bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and a lot of people will just pick it apart. But honestly, I just kind of ignored the fact that it was a comedy. I mean, it was supposed to be a comedy, but it didn't really play out like that. It just kind of played out as a regular adventure story. Like, I thought it was pretty cool. Anyways, Pluto Nash was actually not that bad. It just wasn't as funny. I mean, there's some moments to where you kind of laugh in there, but not many. It didn't work as a comedy, but honestly, for like a movie, it's not that bad. Also, me and my buddy also watched this horror movie to where this girl had a Siamese twin attached to it, and it was killing people. And for the longest time, and I didn't know what was going on. For the longest time, I thought it was like aliens or something like that, like something that I didn't expect it. But then or a demon or something, like possessed her, or ghosts. But then I kind of gotten close to when I said, like, well, is it like a Siamese twin or something that's attached to it? And he was like, and I'm like, I hate you so much. You know I'm right. It was definitely aliens. But yeah, that one was actually not that bad. It wasn't really scary, but honestly, seeing the fight choreographer had to fight do those fight scenes backwards, like literally his back was facing his opponent and he had to fight backwards. I thought that was a pretty cool detail. Also, dang, I'm trying to think of what other movies I watched. I don't know. I guess I've been watching like a lot of Studio Ghibli movies, which I never watched for a long time, and then I finally got around to watching them, and I thought, wow, these are really well done. Like the animation was just beautiful. In fact, the only time I ever actually fell in love with an animation was The Iron Giant. Now, The Iron Giant was my favorite anime movie growing up. Like that and Land Before Time 2, which I freaking love The Iron Giant. And like I quote that movie most of my life. Like you stay and I'll go. Like that line really kind of stuck with me. It was a really good movie. I loved that movie. Also, on animated movies, I also watched the I'm trying to think of the other. What's another anime movie I watched? Oh yeah, speaking of animated movies, I remember I watched a anime series that's called like Complex C or something like that, and I thought that was pretty freaky because it was just basically they were on an island and there was some like strange things going around, like dead fish like appearing on the island, and then everybody was blaming each other, and then this one little girl kind of breaks up the monotonous, and it was like, no, we cannot do this. This is a message from the gods, and everybody's like, oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what? And then like the other Tauruses was killing them, and then once the two little girls were kind of running because one of the little girls was trying to kill the other little girl, and then she got cornered, but then she realized, oh my god, she's the god that's been doing this, and she just kind of snapped her finger, and then she was like, I don't know, that was a pretty good, cool series too. I definitely kind of want to watch that again. Along with, I need to finish up a bunch of anime. I have a bunch of anime on my watch list that I have not finished, and there's some that I did finish, but I keep watching because I kind of fell in love with it. But yeah, I guess since I'm on this topic of like anime shows, like what are your thoughts on Inferno Cop? Like I didn't like it at first, but then I watched it. I'm like, this is actually pretty funny. It's actually who made this? Like, I even did research, and I want to do more research just so I can talk about Inferno Cop, because it's just like one of those. I feel like it's one of those like obscure animes that nobody references, and I really don't see why, because this literally has a bunch of stuff that that's really funny, and I thought, man, this is gold. But yeah, you should watch Inferno Cop. It's actually pretty enjoyable. Watch it with a friend, and watch it with drinks. It's really fun with drinks because it's just monotonous and crazy, and I love it. I really do love it. Also, I also kind of one of the things wondering is how do mermaids work? Like there's some that are supposed to be like half human, half fish, but then there's some that are like fish tail but human torso, but then the like a reverse mermaid to where it's like fish head but human legs. And then, of course, I got into the sirens to where they kind of lure sailors into the seas to basically eat them so that way they can stay. So they can have the proper nutrition to basically stay alive. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know about mermaids. I don't know. They need to look up a encyclopedia or a monster encyclopedia just to kind of get an idea about mermaids and stuff. I don't know. Also, do you ever wonder if dragons were real at some point? Because think about it. Because we had dinosaurs, right? And they're like giant, scaly creatures that lived like billions of years ago. Like, were there dragons at some point? Maybe drakes or something like that? Because I remember those like discoveries of like weird, obscure animals that nobody knew existed, and they were just discovered. In fact, there was a thing about a what was it? It was a crocodile. It was a story about a crocodile. And apparently, those crocodiles can live for a long time, and they get ginormous, like prehistoric ginormous. I don't know. I think the opening a old alligator's mouth, it'll basically be about 5 feet opening, like a 5-foot opening or 6-foot opening. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. Basically, you could just walk through that. I don't know. Dinosaurs are pretty cool. I wonder what dinosaur meat would taste like. I would imagine it would be like eating a lizard, but I don't know. That's a lot of animal game kind of packed in there. Yeah. Maybe a lot of vitamins and fats. I don't know. Dang, I'm actually getting hungry to think about it. Hey, buddy, buddy, when you wake up, do you think we can get some McDonald's or something? Like, cause I'm kind of getting hungry, and also I need $50 because I spend all my money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Which, speaking of which, Yu-Gi-Oh really became more complicated to play than it originally was. I remember you could just set a monster, set a trap, and then you're off to the races. But then now they have monsters to where you can special summon other monsters. Then you got synchro summons, which you have to have a tuner and a non-tuner, and the levels have to equal to that monster's level. And then you have XYZs to where you stack 2 monsters of the same level on top of each other, and then you can use that effect as a detach effect. Also, you got link monsters, which are basically blue cards that don't have levels, but they have link ranks, levels or ranks. XYZs have ranks, and the link monsters just have links, which they have like link 1s, link 2s, link 3s, link 4s, and then they all have like the special effects to where you can discard cards, or you can special summon monsters from the deck, or shuffle monsters into your deck and then draw 6 cards or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. And then of course I'm familiar with fusions. There's a way you just take 2 fusion monsters and then fuse them together. I don't know. It got crazy. I'm sorry, my cat's kind of using the bathroom right now, and she pees like really, really loud. Like, I'm talking like frying chicken loud. And not gonna lie, I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think Yu-Gi-Oh is still a fun game. Like, I still want to try to get back into it once I know good cards and good combinations, or what kind of deck I can build. I don't know, it's pretty crazy. Also, you ever wonder how the Force works? Like, it's supposed to be like this, like a spiritual energy that can move objects and can bring you into like inner peace or something like that. Like, I tried for years to move stuff after I found inner peace, but I could never find inner peace. I don't know, maybe that's just because I've been working like a long time and I just can't seem to find that inner peace. But it'll be pretty cool if I can move stuff with my mind. I mean, it'll be handy. Like, oh, the remote's all the way over there, I can't reach it, and then you just use your Jedi mind trick and just go, and then you get the remote. I think that's pretty cool, especially for Darth Vader, which he was one of my favorite like Sith Lords to. He was one of my favorite Sith Lords because he was just so cool looking, especially with the crap he can pull. Like, even like in the comics, TV shows, like Anakin Skywalker was pretty powerful, like both as a Jedi and as a Sith Lord. Like, how often can you say, I can move this box on top of this other box? Yeah, but can you move down an entire Star Destroyer to its knees? I don't think so. But what do you think about it, buddy? Yeah, I know you're probably sleeping. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, you do have like work in like 2 minutes. But I'm glad we had this talk. Good night.